Hi, thanks for being here. Welcome back. Today in class, we're going to talk about the word truth. So, second ethical discipline, or the second pillar of yoga, is about truthfulness. Kindness, first and foremost, and then second, truthfulness. When we look at truth, especially in 2020, we have to start to discern where we're getting our information. So now, I'm sure in class you've heard the words implicit bias, where you believe and think things differently depending on the way that your life has been lived and the information that has been given to you than someone else who's gotten different information from a different source. But we can start to look at what is the societal conditioning that's taken place on our thoughts. We believe some things, but I'd like to investigate, is there truth with them? So the most obvious way to be truthful is to not speak lies. So work on that first and foremost. Start to notice when you want to tell someone they look great in an outfit or you've had a fantastic day. When maybe that isn't completely true. Remember, our first goal is to be kind. So don't tell someone they look horrible in an outfit if they would make them feel bad. But we're moving towards a place where we can understand our own truth. So yoga starts to peel off all these layers of what we're supposed to be, and we can connect to who we truly are. Let's begin by laying on our back. This class will be about forward folding mostly, so that we can look inward as we bow forward. And it'll wake up a lot of the back of the hamstring and bring interesting sensations to the back of our body. But begin in a supine or completely laying down position, please. You can place your feet on the floor and extend your right leg all the way to the sky. Roll your chest, like lift your ribs up, roll your shoulders on your back, and grab behind the thigh bone. And then press your femur bone into the hands and draw your hands towards your femur bone. Wake up this entire right leg. If it feels nice or supportive, if you're more flexible, you can extend your left leg. Roll out the ankle joint, take a couple circles in one direction. Take a big breath in. And breathe out, and then roll the ankle joint in the other direction, making big circles. Just feel how that feels. And then close down your eyes. Do a little re-energizing of your legs. So push into the feet and extend your physical body. With the eyes closed, take 3 deep breaths here. And I want you to open up your ears and begin to listen. Just start to notice what sound entering your mind feels like, what it looks like. Take one more big breath in. And smooth breath out. Move slowly as you switch sides. Bend your right knee. Land your right foot onto the earth. Release the grip and extend your left leg all the way to the sky. Again, relax your shoulder blades onto the floor. Close down your eyes if you opened them. And with your eyes closed, you can pay more attention to the sensations of sound entering your ears. Wake up both legs. Your feet are the conductors of your hips. So energize through the bottom of your feet and feel the legs strengthen. Take one more deep breath in. And full breath out. Keep your eyes closed. Bend both knees and bring them in towards your chest. You can grab on in front of your shins. Roll left and right. Rock and roll up and down the long side of your spine. You can open your eyes and start to wake up to the room. And then come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Inhale, sit super tall. Exhale, begin to walk yourself forward into a fold. Maybe your chin lowers a little. Maybe your head comes all the way to the floor. Press your seat into the earth a little bit more. Ground yourself in right now, in present time. And then feel your body for 2 huge breaths. So take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. And as you take your breath out, watch your spine as it drops to the floor. Remember, you're trying to listen instead of talk. Take one more breath here to listen. And then walk yourself back up to a seat. Today, I'm going to ask you, while you're listening to either the sounds of the room, but also inevitably the thoughts that show up into your mind, I want you to ask yourself, who told you that thought? Where are you getting your information? You might be getting it from someone, you probably are getting it from someone who's giving you that from a biased perception. And our goal is to see the world from not a filtered lens, see it from everybody's perspective. It takes a lot of work. Let's just twist our body a little here. Right hand to the side, inhale, left hand up. Relax your shoulder joints down from the ears and stretch your side body. Drop your head, close down your eyelids. Move to the space in your ears. Take a big breath in and start to listen. Smooth breath out, stretch a little bit more. Draw the left hip in and reach the fingers over your head. Second side, left hand to the floor, inhale, right hand high. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, bend. Keep pushing your hip into the floor and stretch through your fingers and then close your eyes. One more big breath in. And full breath out, stretch even more. Reach, 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 and then come on up. Good. How about a twist? One hand behind you, and then one hand to either the knee of the same arm or across the body. Breathe in, sit tall. And exhale, spin from your belly button all the way through your eyes behind you. One more breath. Move your chin behind you. Good. Come back to center. Hands onto your knees. Round your back a little. We're just moving and waking up our spine. Inhale, roll your shoulders on your back. Lift your heart up and forward. Couple more with your breath. Exhale to round. And inhale to roll your heart up and forward. Good. Twist in the other direction. Take a couple big breaths. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come on back. And we'll come on to child's pose to begin. So again, take knees wide, toes touch. Walk your seat back to your heels. And then extend your arms forward as you land your head to the floor. You can close your eyes. I invite you to feel your breath in your body. Start to stretch your breath all the way to the edges. Notice what that feels like, the tissue of your lungs pressing into the muscles in between each rib. Breathe into your low back, and as you exhale, watch your spine fall towards the earth. 2 more breaths, just to listen. This is a practice of a person who's trying to learn more about life, trying to understand why their mind thinks the way that it thinks. So instead of just believing your mind, and don't just think everything is wrong, start to understand where this information came from and ask if it's valid. You can inhale, come up to hands and knees, walk your hands back, and flip your toes under, and we'll start standing. So come all the way up. Top of your space, you can go. Breathe in, reach your hands out and up, and stretch to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, reach to the sides, heart is forward, and then head drops heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, hands drag up the shins. Exhale, fold, let your hands fall to the floor. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your whole in-breath to get there. And exhale, forward fold. So in yoga, we try to spice up our ability to concentrate. Inhale, halfway lift. And as we concentrate, we'll start to see, exhale, forward fold, thoughts piddle into our mind. Hands to the floor, step it back. Top of a push-up. Get your body in one straight line. Bend a knee, press the opposite heel back. Relax your head. Bend the other knee, press the other heel back. And then reach your hips back, downward dog. Stretch through your spine. And remember, your sit bones are an extension of your spine. We tend to round our sit bones to the floor with tight hamstrings. So bend your knees and reach your hips up and back. Good. Inhale, high plank pose. Right hand in the middle of your mat. You can drop your right knee as you're building strength. Reach your left hand up to the sky. And exhale, stretch it over your head. If you want to fire it up a little bit, you can take side plank. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Sometimes in the difficult poses, we start to really hear what other people have taught us to say. Instead, I wonder if we could look at every difficult situation and kind of run towards feeling our strength. Switch sides, left hand on the floor. Press your entire left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. You can take the knee down if you did on the other side, but push into the floor and stretch your top hand over. Relax your head. Take 2 more breaths here. Get really quiet and just listen as you breathe in. Breathe out, stretch. Both hands to the floor. Good. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower your knees and come all the way to the earth. Point your toes. Inhale, little cobra, elbows right by your ribs, shoulders down your back. Exhale to lower. Close your eyes, feel your body. So one thing going on right now. Breathe in, lift your heart up. Breathe out, roll your spine down. One more, inhale. And exhale, lower your chest to the floor. Place your hands on the earth and lower your forehead onto your hands. Take 3 big breaths here. Inhale. Listen to the way information or sound enters your mind. Exhale, sweep that information out of your mind. Use your breath like a polishing rag to clean and clear the glass container of your mind. One more breath. Nice. Exhale, hands by your ribs, come back up, high plank pose. You can use your knees to do it. And then shift back, downward facing dog. Tippy toes, tiptoe all the way to the front of your mat. And when you get to the top of your mat, stay on your tippy toes. You might have to bend your knees a little bit, drop your head a lot. Take 1 more big breath. Feel the legs, like push into the floor, and then drop the heels to the earth. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Tiptoes again, squeeze the muscles onto the legs. And exhale, lower your heels. It's called my skateboarding flow. Here's what we do. Stand on your right leg. Inhale, extend your left knee to the height of the hip, maybe all the way out. Exhale, skateboard the leg all the way onto the back wall. Okay, inhale, come on back up. So we're just moving the hip joints. Exhale, skateboard the leg all the way to the back wall. Whoa, I would fall off my skateboard. 2 more. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, sweep it back. 1 more. Inhale, lift the leg. We'll bend in the standing. Exhale, sweep it back. Good. Stay here. Reach your hands forward. Step your left foot back for a lunge. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, lift your chest. Pull your left hip back. And exhale, fold. Maybe the right heel is lifted for this, or left heel is lifted for this. Take 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Hug your front leg muscle. Breathe out and listen. 1 more breath. Bend your front knee a little. Walk your hands forward. Standing L pose puts the left leg on the back wall. Stare at it. Dial the toes down. Close your eyes and take your shoulders away from your ears. Energize your left leg. Stamp it on the wall and take 1 more breath. Just to listen. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Both feet at the meet on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Take your feet hip distance apart and grab onto your ankles or calves, or maybe even to the front of your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Shake your head, yes. knowing that you have truth deep within you, and then shake your head no, knowing at times you'll have to listen to your own inner monologue and say, no, that's not true. Good. Bend your knees, come all the way up, and let's stand on our skateboard. This time, I believe the left foot is on the floor. Inhale. Hands, I always hold a ball of energy right here. Inhale, extend your leg. Exhale, kick it all the way back. Be in one straight line from your head to your ankle. Inhale, stand it in the front. Woo! Exhale, kick the leg back. Zip up the ribs. 2 more. With your breath. Stay here. Stare at the floor so the back of your neck gets long. Maybe reach your hands out for one more breath. Get super strong. Exhale, step it back. You're amazing. If anyone told you aren't, it was a lie. Breathe in, reach your hands up to the sky in a lunge, and then exhale, straighten your front leg by pressing into the left heel and hinge over your hips. Hands might be able to hit the floor, or remember you always have a chair or something to hold on to if it's too much. And then press your hips back. Lower your chin. Get your breath nice and smooth, in and out through your nostrils. 2 more. Open up your ears and listen. Big breath in. Maybe your back heel starts to lower. Squeeze the muscles on the bone. Last breath. Look forward, bend your left knee, stand on it, and stand your right leg on the wall behind you. Breathe in, halfway lift. And then exhale, you kind of pull yourself together. Look at the back foot, lengthen it. Relax the shoulders, which actually means pull the shoulders away from your ears. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, you're amazing. Step the foot back. Come all the way to a high push-up pose, and then we'll lay onto the belly. Left elbow to the floor. Bend your right knee, please. So now we'll stretch the other side of the body because it's all primed up. Push your right heel towards the outside of your right hip and stare at the floor. Close your eyes. Do your best to square your ribs and your hips and feel yourself stretch, but be quiet for 3 breaths. Just listen. Inhale. Exhale. Each breath changes your body a little. Inhale. Exhale. Last deep breath here. Good. Drop the right foot back to the earth. Switch forearms and bend your left knee, please. Take the foot and press it to the outside edge of the heel and roll your right shoulder back. Close your eyes again. We start to learn that the sense organs, our eyes, our ears, our skin, is the way that our mind starts to move. So close your eyes, feel your skin, feel 1 more big breath into your lungs. Notice if that makes you a better listener. Maybe not, that's okay. Release the pose. Hands can come to the earth. We'll flip into downward dog again. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. We're heading into triangle pose. Put your left foot on the floor and point it to the left and cartwheel on up. Straighten your legs. So you can draw a line from the right heel through the arch of the left foot. Push into the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale to your arms. Exhale, reach the right hand. Get super long. And notice how strong your legs would be if you didn't land right on the hand. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Roll your shoulders onto your back, please. As soon as you look up, you'll probably disconnect with your feet. So when you close your eyes, press into the floor. Turn on the cylinder of muscles on each leg. And lean back and listen. Each pose, just like each relationship and experience in life, will offer us different information into our head. Although our head is built on patterns, 90% of what we think is repeated all day long. hand to hip. Here we go. Ready? Half moon pose. Launch onto the right leg. Right hand to the floor or float it. If you float it, you have to use your glutes. Squeeze your butt, flex your leg, hug your core in. Take one more big breath. Shine like a star. Good, and then step back. Point all 10 toes to the long side of your mat, please. Hands on your hips. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up. And exhale, fold in half. Hinge right at those hips and drop your head. You drop your hands. Lower your chin. Press into the outer edges of both of your feet again and hug the cylinder of muscles on the thigh bones. If you're in a deeper fold, you can start to roll your sit bones to the sky. Whatever pose you're in, close your eyes and turn up your ears. Listen to the breath come in and out of your body. You've already thought all of these thoughts before, so let them rest. Breathe in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and full breath out. Squeeze them legs, hands to hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your left heel in for triangle on the left side. Inhale, extend. Remember, legs are fired up. Exhale, shift your hips back and extend through the spine. Strong body. And then lean back like the world's got you. As you lean back, push your front big toe mound into the floor. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale, just listen to the breath, move. Exhale, 1. 1 more breath. Ooh, stretch the side body here, but keep this side body long. People kind of collapse. Half moon pose, ready? I use whatever I got. Here's a plant. I'm going to use it. Extend through your back leg. We tend to dump in the poses, energy. The body's heavy. So push through the entire 4 corners of the back foot and then soften your front toes. Take 1 more breath. Yeah. Slowly lay on that back leg. This time, take your toes out. It's like a cowgirl, cowboy, horse stance. And put your hands on your knees. Draw the knees outward to open up the adductors and roll your sit bones down. Inhale, sit tall. My favorite move. Exhale, left shoulder over the right thigh. Stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. So as you move with your own breath and your own flow, close your eyes. Feel your body and your breath. And just listen. Come back to center. You know I don't mean to me. Listen to silence. Once we start to think we know everything, we put a barrier over it. But if we honor the fact and become more humble that we don't know that much, then we become more limitless. Top of your mat, last standing poses. Breathe in, reach your hands up high. Exhale, forward fold, please. Inhale, halfway lift. Press into the floor to lift your heart up. And exhale, step back, top of a push-up. Stay here. This is something I've been doing lately. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the low belly in. Inhale, relax the abdomen, get full. And exhale, draw the low belly in. All right, now we're adding challenge. Inhale. Exhale, draw the low belly in, right hand to right chest. Or chest. Good, place the hand down. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to the center of your chest. Good. Inhale, place it down. Exhale, lift the right foot to the height of your hip. Press through your left heel. Put it down. Inhale. Soften your abdomen. Exhale, tone your abdomen and lift your left leg. Firm up the right leg. Good. Land it on the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee to left armpit. Woo! Inhale, center. Exhale, left knee to right armpit. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow to the floor. Inhale and exhale, right elbow to the floor. Now we got it. Lift the right heel as you exhale. Lower your right toes. Take a breath in. We're almost done. You got this. Lift your left heel. Good. Lower it. Bend your knees. Drop them. Hips to the floor. Stretch the core. Punch your toes. Pull your elbows back and roll your shoulders onto the back of your body. Close your eyes. Lower your chin. One more breath. Good. Lower all the way down. Put your head, either one cheek on the mat or your forehead on your hands. And feel your body. Notice what it feels like to listen. Because we tend to talk even while someone is telling us something very important. And if we can start listening to our inner monologue and noticing it's not always true, and like, where did that thought even come from? From society, from media, from social media, from the playground, from your siblings? Where do these thoughts show up? And then you can bring your hands by your ribs. Inhale, come back on up to hands and knees. We'll walk our knees forward and cross up the ankle. You can extend both of your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee and put your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, sit tall with your spine and lift your left hand. Wake up your left foot and exhale, spin around your own spine. So this will feel nice after a core workout. If hooking the elbow on the thigh is too much, grab in front of the shin. Either way, root down to sit really tall. Shoulders on your back and exhale, spin your eyes and your shoulders behind you. Feel your whole body at once. Close down your eyes if they're not, and take 3 breaths to the practice of listening. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. As you exhale, draw your navel in and twist a tiny bit deeper. Good. Come on back to center. This right knee's bent. Keep it bent and put your right foot in your inner left thigh. Breathe in, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, walk yourself forward for a fold. Lower your chin when you've maxed out. Recognize the relationship between the back of your leg and the back of your torso. Squeeze the muscles on your legs. Flex your toes back and walk your heart towards your toes. Lower your chin. Take a slow breath in through your nose. It takes deep breaths to release the tension, and it's said the stories that are held in the tissue of your body. So as you pulse here, breathing in and out through your nose, soften the way that you hold your own mind. Breathe in. As you breathe out, activate your left leg and draw your right ribs to your inner left thigh. Last breath here. And now rise up, straight spine. Then you can extend both legs to the front. Take your hands behind you. Bend your knees, actually, for an easier version, and press your feet into the floor. Lift your hips up. See if you can have dinner with your whole family on your stomach. Lift it up. 1 more breath. Nice. Exhale. You can lower your seat back to the floor. Extend your right leg, bend your left knee over for a twist. You don't want to twist with a spine like this. It'll hurt your back. So if your spine's like this, figure it out. I'm just kidding. Elevate it. You could sit on a little blanket underneath your tush or roll up a yoga mat if you're doing that. You could also bend this knee. Maybe that helps. Twist. With the top of your head over your butt, over the back shoulder, your eyes go, and take a few breaths. It's the same. Silence is golden. The more you feel into your body and breath right now, the more connected you are with presence. Big breath in and breathe out. Come back to center. You can straighten that leg if you bent it, and we'll do the foot on the inner thigh. Breathe in, sit super tall, please. Flex, activate this entire leg as you exhale. Left ribs towards the right thigh bone. Drop your chin. Drop your stories. Pick up your breath. Inhale. Exhale, heart moves towards the toes. Lower your chin and feel your breath stretch all the muscles along each vertebrae on the back of your spine. 2 more breaths. Listen. And now walk yourself back up. This time, extend both legs out in front of you. Again, elevating the seat for tight hamstrings is one concept, or bending the knees is another. Lift from your butt bones through your heart, inhale, and exhale, start to forward fold. We don't want to round because that will limit our capability of breathing. It dents into the respiratory system. So if this is as tight as your strong legs will let you be, then be here. Lower your chin, breathe. You want to feel it. You're not going to break your legs, but you need the muscles to be strong so you don't tear the muscles. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more breaths just to listen. One more. Notice, where are you holding tension in reaction to the experience? So relax your face. 1 more breath. Exhale, fold a tiny bit deeper. Strong legs. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Good. Take your ankles, cross them. We're going to come back to standing. We're almost finished with the standing postures. 1 more big one. So as you stand up in the top of your space, you're going to stand just on your right leg and lift your left knee to the height of the hip. You can stay here. Holding your hips sometimes reminds you to hug into the middle. You could also start to grab on behind the thigh and stretch that leg. That might be your tight hamstrings. Maybe you can use your hand and grab onto the top of the toes. Or in yoga, they use peace fingers and grab onto the big toe. And stretch that leg forward and then pull the left shoulder back. Woo! Hand to hip. Stare at one place where you can see everything and you're quiet. If you notice that your balance is off, push more into the standing foot. Good. Maybe you straighten the leg all the way. 1 more big breath in. Now stay standing, stay stable. Bend your left knee. Now a twist. Right hand crosses the body. Flex into your foot. Hug your belly in as you exhale. Twist open. Look behind your left shoulder as you extend through your fingers. Roll your right shoulder on your back. Okay. You're amazing. Last of the 2 standing poses. Second side. Left hand to left hip. Bend your right knee. Maybe you start to play with strengthening your body and stretching the back of this hamstring. More flexible people, grab the toe and then roll your shoulder back. If you're going to bend a knee, that's fine. But push through the bottom of your foot. 1 more breath. And then you can bend your right knee slowly. Move through honey. Flex your toes and cross over the body. Extend energy from your heart up and through the back hand. From your feet down. 1 more breath. Push into the knee to twist. Good. All right. Come on out of there. We'll flow into the last few poses. So breathe in, reach your hands up. Little back bend. Squeeze your legs. Breathe out, forward fold. Eyes to belly button. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your palms, step back. You can build some strength, lower into a half push-up, inhale into a full cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Reach your right leg up to the wall behind you, please. Inhale. And exhale, bring your right knee in between your thumbs, land it onto the earth. Your right ankle is over by your left hip. You can lower your left knee, but you're going to want to flip the toes and walk your hips back. Now walk your elbows to the floor and lower your head down completely and begin to close your eyes, immediately deepen your breath, and open up to the sound of listening, to the sensation of listening. What does it feel like to hear sound? Get super trippy. What is a sound? It's a vibration. Instead of just hearing it, can you feel the sound? Three more slow, deep breaths, please. Where you are open to start seeing the thoughts that show up in your mind. And you're humble enough to realize that your thoughts are not necessarily true. Don't take it so personal. It's not about you. But what we've been told by many people in our lives is not saturated in truth. You gotta walk yourself back up. We'll just switch sides. Plant your hands under your shoulders, flip your back toes under to lift your back leg, and then step your right foot back. Inhale, left leg high to the back wall. Exhale, bring your knee towards your left thumb and walk your right knee back. Hands extend forward, elbows can find the earth. Lower your head as much as possible. And the body will start to open as you deepen your breath. And as the body opens, it sends messages to your mind. So take 3 breaths just to listen. And when you hear something, wonder where you got that information. Who told you that? And if you just know, then it's limited. Don't assume it's because you know something. Get curious. One more breath. All right, good. Come back up onto your hands. Sit on your left butt. Break dance your right leg all the way around and put the bottoms of your feet together. Butterfly pose, maybe it's called. Hands to your ankles. Sit up on your seat. Lift your heart. And then exhale, bend your elbows and start to lean your heart forward. Lower your chin again so you can lengthen the back of your neck. And it's sort of like you're dropping all of your thoughts. What if there was a puddle underneath your head and every thought that was dropped was reflected for you for one moment? And then if you realize that if the puddle is clear without thoughts, that's when you receive the true reflection. One more big breath in. And full breath out. And you can inhale. Come on up. Draw your knees back together. Last pose. Bend your knees. Give yourself a hug and drop your head. And as you do this, you represent a little seed. And in this seed is your truth. Breathe into the center of it. And notice what it feels like to listen instead of talk. And know that that act will change your entire life. As if you start to listen more and talk less. At least in your own mind. Maybe not in all your relationships. Find your final resting pose, please. So you can take yourself into a full laying down posture. Any way that's comfortable. If you just want to melt into the floor like a starfish, if you have a blanket and you want to cozy up, you want to get comfortable, but in a place where you can stay super awake. So with your eyes closed, release your body, get comfortable, and then let it go. Because it right now is not truthfully who you are. Your body has changed every minute of your life. From the moment you were born until you get old, old, old. Oof. But there's something about you that's ageless. Maybe it's in the middle of your chest. Is this feeling of this like vibrant, ageless energy. It's beautiful, joyful. Some yoga people say it's like a light in the center of your chest. See if you can breathe into the light in the center of your heart instead of spinning in circles in your brain. Breathe in, feel a glowing orb of light. As you breathe out, continue to listen. It's like that bright light in the center of your chest helps you to see your own thoughts. When you forget and notice that you're lost in thought, notice what you're thinking about. Where did that thought come from? And can you redirect your mind into the center of your heart? It said all of our truth can be learned when we can quiet down the tool of our mind and pay attention to the brilliance, the intelligence in our own heart. It's intuition instead of intellect. This is where people even can connect more to a gut reaction. So, for one more minute, can you simply rest and feel this brilliant, illuminating quality of your own awareness? You can start to deepen your breath. Pay attention to the nostrils, the little circles. As you pull your breath in, feel it hit your forehead and expand your upper, middle, and lower back. Once you get completely full of breath, get full, 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 pause, and then watch your breath turn into an exhale. And let the breath go and observe what that feels like in your body to release your breath. A few more slow, deep breaths like this. We have the ability to control our breath and control our mind, yet most of the world lets them go on autopilot all the time. The more that we can start to control these aspects, we can start to find them as tools to bring us to our greatest state of balance, of peace, equanimity, and non reactionary, kind truth. You can reach into your fingers and toes, stretch the body as you wake it up. As you bend your knees, push your feet into the floor and stand in your own truth. Who you are is so deep within, you might not have figured it all out quite yet, but push your feet into the floor. And then drop your knees to whatever side feels more supportive, and you can slowly roll onto the extended arm. Bat your eyes open if that feels nice. And then use your upper arm in front of your heart to press yourself back into a seat. These disciplines, they're called, start on our yoga mat. We start to explore what is kindness, what is truthfulness. But I beg you to bring truthfulness into your day to day. So just start to notice when you accidentally want to say a white lie or tell something that is not completely true. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Peace.